For 7 minutes, his heart didn't beat. There was no breathing, no response. Doctors were preparing to declare him dead until he suddenly came back and described something no one expected. Very few people survive clinical death. Even fewer come back with clear memories. Today's story is not about belief or religion. It's about a real medical emergency and an experience that left doctors questioning what actually happens when the heart stops. Stay with me, because what happened just before he returned is the part that still doesn't make sense. It happened without warning. The man was at home when he suddenly felt dizzy. A sharp pressure filled his chest. Within seconds, he collapsed to the floor. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but by the time they reached him, there was no pulse. His heart had stopped. As he was rushed to the hospital, paramedics worked continuously to revive him, but nothing changed. At the hospital, doctors confirmed the worst. No heartbeat, no breathing, no neurological response. For 7 full minutes, his body showed no signs of life. Machines continued to monitor him, but the readings were flat. Doctors later said that after several minutes without oxygen, the brain normally begins to shut down. Memory formation should be impossible. Yet, this is where the story becomes unusual. According to the man, the moment his heart stopped, something changed. He didn't feel fear. He didn't feel pain. Instead, he described an overwhelming sense of calm, as if everything suddenly became quiet. He said it felt like stepping out of his body, watching the scene from above. Below him, he could see doctors working urgently around his body. He noticed details he shouldn't have been able to see. After he recovered, the man described where each doctor had been standing. He recalled specific equipment being used. He even mentioned a brief conversation between 2 doctors near the door. Later, staff confirmed that conversation had actually happened. This deeply unsettled the medical team. The man then described being pulled away from the room, not walking, not flying, just moving. He entered what he described as a vast, quiet space without walls or boundaries. Time no longer felt normal. Seconds felt stretched, yet everything felt instant. What stood out most was not what he saw, but what he felt. A deep sense of clarity, a feeling that every moment of his life suddenly made sense. He said fear disappeared completely. Many people who report similar experiences describe this same feeling, a calm unlike anything felt before.
At some point, he sensed a moment of decision. He felt that if he continued forward, he would not return to his body. There were no words spoken, no voice, just an understanding. Then, suddenly, everything reversed. He felt a powerful sensation, like being pulled backward at high speed. Pain returned, noise returned. His eyes opened. At that exact moment, his heart began beating again. Doctors were stunned. From a medical standpoint, the experience was difficult to explain. Some suggested chemical reactions in the brain. Others admitted there was no clear explanation for his detailed awareness. What made the case unusual was how consistent and vivid his memory remained over time. After recovering, the man said he was no longer afraid of death. He became calmer, more patient, more focused on life. Whether this experience was the brain's final response or something beyond our current understanding, one question remains. If consciousness can continue for minutes after the heart stops, what does that say about life itself? What do you think really happened during those 7 minutes? Share your thoughts in the comments.